Hey there guys, it's Carly and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. Please excuse the terrible sound of my voice. I am, surprise, surprise, still sick. In fact, rather than getting better, I think I'm actually getting worse. And now you probably would say, take it easy this weekend, Carly, just sit back and relax. But no, I am not. In fact, I get a lot of pride and joy out of having a clean house and yard. I am getting in at the moment and cleaning my house. In fact, I've only just got the vacuuming and mopping to go, and then Dave and I are doing a full-scale yard and outdoors clean. We're gonna be mowing, doing some gardening, and also a deep clean of the laundry and sort of back deck area, and it is in much need of a good going over. So if you are excited for some outdoor cleaning motivation, grab yourself a cover and let's get into the video. I'm recording this voiceover segment about a week later, and I sound slightly less like I smoke a pack a day, which is good to hear and certainly feel a lot better. I'm going to start off this outdoor clean with me by doing a couple of loads of laundry. The weather initially wasn't that great, so I did start off by putting them in the dryer, but the sun ended up coming out, so I was able to put a few loads on the line as well. I always have a couple of loads to do each weekend, usually a big load of whites, which includes our bed linen, and usually 2 loads of darks, and then it also depends whether I'm going to be doing the dog's blankets as well, which I was doing today, both for his inside bed and his outside kennel as well. So it was a very big washing day amidst all of the other jobs that we needed to do. This is a before clip of our back lawn, and honestly I'm so embarrassed to show this. I don't know how long it's been since we've gotten in and given the yard a mow, so that's number 1 on our agenda today, which Dave will be tackling. He's going to firstly go around and do all the whippersnipping, and Mac loves the whippersnipper. He hasn't realized yet that the whippersnipper is not his friend, and sometimes he does go a little bit too close there, but that's his own fault. At some point, hopefully, he will learn. And look at all of this long grass that Dave is plowing down with the whippersnipper. It's awfully satisfying to watch, but also embarrassing to live. While he's doing the whippersnipping and then starting on the mowing, I'm going to do a deep clean of the laundry, which has also been a while since I last done. So I'm going to start off by taking everything out so that I can give it a good wipe down and vacuum. And I'm also just a bit unsure about the layout of the laundry. It is kind of like a weird space, so I'm going to play around with switching things up a little bit. All of this black stuff on the walls and the floor is like lint and dirt and dog fur from the dryer. So I got a microfiber cloth and just damped it and was able to easily remove it. And that first wipe was so satisfying, but it was honestly also so gross because I got this massive lump of mostly dog hair actually. So I chucked that straight out in the little bonfire that we've got out the back, and then was able to go in and give this like a really good wipe down. It was so satisfying. From there, I just cleared out the dryer, and then I'd pretty much taken everything out and was able to get in with my big Dyson vacuum cleaner and give it a really good vacuum, and then also a mop. Now that my job in the laundry is done and I put it all back together nice and neatly, I'm going to head outside and start a few chores around the yard. So obviously my first job with the millions of loads of washing is to start hanging them out on the line. And then I've got this extendable broom type thing that I'm going to use to go around the house and do all the decobwebbing, particularly from around the windows, just to freshen the place up a little bit. I had originally intended that I was going to fill a bucket with some soapy water and wash the windows as well, but I had quite a few things on the agenda today, so I didn't end up getting around to that. And then it ended up raining in the afternoon anyway. My next major job is to freshen up all of the gardens. So this is one of our small little gardens out the back, and I'm just going to go around, and I've got this bucket and I'm collecting all of our dead flowers, and then also the sugarcane mulch that I'd put in the gardens a couple of months ago was starting to look quite scraggly, so I collected most of that and I'm just going to compost it, add it as a layer on the top of my compost bin. And for the first time, I'm going to be, I don't know what you would say, harvesting the compost, but actually using some of the compost I have created to put like a nice nutritional layer on all of my gardens, especially since I'm going to be putting in a few new flowers and I wanted to give them some nice nutrients to just boost their growing journey. So I've gone around and I put this as a layer, and then I'm going to use my fork to dig it all in. And can we just have an appreciation time for this azalea bush? It's literally just going nuts at the moment, and the pink flowers are completely gorgeous. And the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We're taking a quick break from our outdoor maintenance to take Mac on a walk, and we ended up taking him down to Dave's parents' house to visit his cousin Louis, who we ended up putting on a lead and just grabbing him and taking him back with us so that they could sort of hang out and play around the yard. And while they're having some fun in the backyard, I'm going to move out to the front yard and basically repeat those same steps on this front garden. This garden has received a lot of brutal elements. It gets all of the sunshine, but it also got pretty hit hard with rain and flooding, and so it's not looking its best. I did plant a whole heap of pansies in there a couple of months ago and they basically just failed. So I'm hoping that the plants that I put in there today are going to give it some new life, and I'll also be putting the compost in there as well. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the light, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. The last one I think about. One of our remaining jobs was to pressure wash the back deck. And the dogs had had such a lovely time out basking and playing in the sun, so they ended up loitering around the hose, particularly Louie, who's a husky with lots of fur, and they love sort of getting a little bit wet. But there was such a satisfying difference between those areas of the veranda that had been washed versus those that hadn't. And I got in and had a little bit of a go of it as well. And this area just looks so much cleaner. I'm really happy with it. I was also hoping to give the outdoor furniture a good wash as well, but we kind of ended up running out of time. So I'm going to have to save that for another day. Our very last job of the day was to burn all of the sticks. We've been accumulating them for a while, taken all of the clothes off the line at this point other than a big blanket of the dogs, so we're able to put the bonfire on and have a nice little relaxing time outdoors, enjoying the fruits of our labor. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this outdoor clean and garden with me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. With that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.
Up the river by my son, feet step over splinters of the moon.